listen, Deadass Though Podcast, episode 108, I think. Right?
Yeah. Boom, boom, boom,
Off
boom.
the top, yes. Shout out to my brothers and sisters that live on 108th, man. You already know we in the building. Nah, man.
Shout out
Another
to you for your
episode.
numeric skills.
You dig? And I just thought of it off the top of my head. So Kel's here, Nisa here, Jay here. What's good, y'all? Quarantine life. What's good? Talk to me.
What's good, y'all? Shit, man. Just going through the motions, man. Dealing with all this extra shit, bro. All this.
You feeling extra
sad.
COVID today?
Man.
He said, come on, bro.
A little too early for that. Or too late, I should say. I don't know.
Man,
everybody's feeling that shit. Yeah, we definitely in the shits.
But listen, man, we had our little stimulus. You know?
Yeah, I mean,
everybody got that
it
extra,
in a little bit.
extra
Motherfuckers were turning $100 into $800 quick.
Dog.
We're losing that shit fast.
With no remorse.
I cannot believe that shit came back. I'm not gonna hold y'all. I cannot believe, especially right when that shit hit. Scam.
Let me tell you how.
Can't give y'all money.
Let me tell you how I almost got talked into it. A girl posted, and I didn't know. You know, I'm very naive when it comes to all this scamming, like random shit, little tricks.
Wait, so before you go, you haven't seen this before? This is your first time seeing it?
This is my first time seeing it, yes.
Right,
so, I always get caught up when, like, I get an email and it's like, want to learn how to make money fast? The commercial.
Nisa's like, yeah.
Yo, me.
Delete.
That's the type of person I am. So my homegirl posted and was like, oh, learn how to make $800 with only putting like 100 in and flipping your money. And you know, I was talking about day trading and stuff. So I was like, bet, maybe it's something like I don't know about. Let me find out. Okay. So I write her. She writes back and was like, oh, it's easy, something, something. I didn't read it because I was doing my hair. So I just was like, whatever. Then I get a FaceTime. She calls me and I'm like, what's up? And she's like,
where's your $100,
how the game work? What? What'd you say?
She called and pressed you. We want my $100.
She called and pressed me, and you know you really got to promo some shit if you're doing all that. So she called and she was like, hey, you know, are you interested? Like, I've been telling people it's so easy, da-da-da. And I'm like, it sounds like a pyramid scheme. Like, it really does. Like, what if other people don't throw in money, then I'm just going to be stuck having to, like, put in and not getting any type of return. And she was like, oh no, everybody does it. Everybody just has to cash app the person in the middle. I said, okay, well, what if the person doesn't know my cash app?
That shit sounds crazy.
And they're like, oh, well, the person in the middle is the only one who can edit the circle. I said, girl, I don't want to do it no more. There's too many instructions. There's too much shit to do. And it don't sound right.
She had me at the cash app, the middle person.
Bro, that I didn't know.
Edit the shit. Who the fuck
even know?
They restart it and then they put you in the middle. And once they put you in the middle, they just keep going. And I mean, she's been through a couple rounds, so God bless her soul. She's done it. But I'm not doing that. I was like, first of all, I don't know enough people that are gonna donate $100 to me for no reason and trust me that they're gonna get it returned, and I don't even know if I'm gonna get it back.
Bro, if it looked like a dog and barked like
it's a motherfucking dog. It belongs in the pound. That's what it belongs.
Dog.
Leave it.
The first time I seen it was it was a couple years ago, like 2016 or something like that. I was making his rounds around our area. Like, this was the first time I see it like hit like my New York area over there, because the first time it was just over there in Florida. I was like, nah, it's a dub. You know, and it's like,
is it because it was Florida? Is that why you called it a dub?
Nah, because it's just because whenever somebody presents me with something, I look at it from all angles, and if it doesn't make sense, it's just like, yo,
and that's what I'm saying.
Like, I have no problem.
It didn't make sense to me.
No,
it didn't make sense.
Like, people too much like, if it's too good to be true, like, yo, you put in 100. You're going to get 800. I mean, you think about it, you probably can come up. Like you said, your homegirl probably.
She's done it twice and she's still doing it. And I was like, let it go. I sent her the scam post and everything.
Yeah. But it's only, like, that can only go a certain way. You got to keep on getting people in order for you to continue down, for you to get your own circle. You know?
It's another fucking wake up now situation.
Exactly. And if you have your friends join in on the end and your friends don't get paid out, like, you don't feel like
that friendship broke.
No, hell no. That's petty, over $100. But I'm just saying, like, you're gonna be mad though. Like, I wouldn't defriend, or like unfriend somebody for it, but I would just be like, Man, this
Yeah,
dumbass.
nah, all for jokes, but hey, people holding on to the bread right now because ain't shit like really open to do anything,
I mean,
and
I
people
think
scratching
people
for that fucking
should.
bread.
Everybody bored, right? They bored. They like, yo,
You
might as
think
well.
people should open up
No,
everything?
no, I think
Is
that
that what you
people should
said?
hold on to their money because
Oh yeah,
that yeah,
100%.
I think they should hold on to their money like I did. I reinvested some of it into stocks. I was talking to Kelly
Unless
about
you're
that.
using it constructively,
Exactly. I
yes, of
like
course.
using it constructively just because I do still work. So I'm able to like replace that money. If I was not working and I didn't have something that I was doing to acquire income, then I would definitely hold on to it as much as possible because there are people that are crying about rent, but you're willing to battle off 100, 200, $300 left, right in a circle. But you don't know nobody that's not
Mm-hmm.
using your money wisely, and that's why
It's
they
too
start the
much,
circle
bro.
because they're trying to
Yeah,
get
man.
people who don't think in the long term, essentially, to do
Yeah, so
things like that.
they need to
Yeah,
prioritize
they want
that
to make
check
quick
in a
money.
more manner in a better manner.
Exactly, and I
Because eventually
hypocritically.
coming next year, yeah, coming next year when that shit starts, they're like, hey, you gotta pay it back in tenfold or something like that. Whatever the case is, however they're gonna work around it. It's just
Yeah, I
it's
don't know
at
how
this point
that's
it's
gonna
all just
work.
about being smart.
I heard that
I
that's
don't
not a
know.
thing.
Well, one time we think it's not, and then boom, your president might just fuck everything up and just say it is.
Well,
So
that may be true, but I think they're going to somehow filter it into money back to businesses, and I think businesses are going to end up getting taxed
mm,
harder on it, and then they
okay,
raise their prices possibly, and then that
and then
trickle
we
down.
still
Yeah,
don't
and
get an
then so everyone
increase.
basically ends up paying in some way, some form.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to get their money back, but I don't know if it's
Well,
necessarily going to be straight from the percentage of our taxes next year. But I also
uh,
don't know. Like I said, this is just me doing a little bit of research. I've been in the house a lot longer. I've been having a couple of margaritas and glasses of
this
wine a
fucking
day. You feel me? So my mind is everywhere right now.
So our government's trying to hit us with a pyramid scheme, is what you're saying. That's
yeah. Not
Basically.
crazy.
only that, these niggas is trying to open back up the economy just a little too soon
No, no, I
for my
agree, but they
personal
want their money back.
standpoint.
They want their money back. Do you see that?
Yeah,
They
they
want to
not
open everything back
listen.
up when the money comes from
Lives
them.
are way more valuable
For sure.
than anything else,
But you think people
and I'm
think that
tired of
too,
wearing these
though?
motherfucking
You
masks.
think people
I
think
don't
that?
know. Should I show them my face with these fucking
They
bruises?
see it
All
everywhere.
right.
They see it everywhere. It's just it's a part of the first. I was just talking to somebody and I had to stop writing them back. I'm not gonna lie, I did because they were upset about their family members visiting each other. And I say, look, sometimes people can't be alone, and I understand that we do need to be in the house. But if they cannot be alone, taking the as safe as you can be to be with a family member that you know also is taking the precautions of being in their home and taking
Right.
all the steps. I don't
Right.
think that
Mm-hmm.
that's inappropriate. I don't, and that's
That's a
one
good
thing I
point.
will say. I disagree with a lot of people on. I don't feel like um it should be as harshly judged when people go to see their family if they know that their family is also taking safety precautions. Now, if you're going to somebody's
That's a
house
great
that
point.
has been everywhere and y'all just want to go and kick it and be in a group and be in a party and do whatever, I agree that that's the wrong choice because you're not taking those safety measures as far as hygiene goes. Because when you're drinking off everybody,
Mm-hmm.
everybody's in a room, y'all laughing, dancing, sweating, whatever, it's not cleanly. Or y'all are going out to go drink and you're not thinking, let me wash my hands real quick because y'all are too busy being drunk or doing whatever you're doing. That's different than being in the
That's a
safety
fact.
of like your family that also cares about you as much as you care about them. And if you guys are trying to be as cleanly as possible, I don't see anyone hanging all over their grandparents and stuff in videos, but being in the presence of your loved one, I don't think that that's wrong.
That's a good point, and we'll get into that real quick before we transition. But like, I'm living a perfect example because number one, since everything's been going on, like I've been blessed enough to have a secondary form of income that requires me to be outside
Mm-hmm.
every day. You know, what I mean, I interact with people every day, all day, and it's
Mm-hmm.
like that's one part of it, but also just being in the moving process while all this is going on. You know, what I mean, I had to like Jay came in clutch, pulled up, and helped us out, helped us move, and
Mm-hmm.
when all this first happened, we're like, all right, should we just be cold turkey, like not talk to nobody, not be in the presence of people just in case? But it's like, when
Mm,
everybody's taking the
yeah.
proper precautions, especially the ones that you care about, and you said it perfectly earlier, just like
Mm-hmm.
that, it's perfectly fine as opposed to other people just getting together to, you know, drink
When
or
you know
chill and all
they've
that.
been with everybody too. You know what I mean? Like there's a select few
Right,
people I will bring myself around. Like I won't flex. I've been at my two best friends' house and my sister's house. And I have been there and I've
right,
seen my mom, but it's not like I'm on vacation. It's not like we're going to the park every day. Like, only time I've been in a bathing suit by a pool was at my sister's house because she has a screened in pool. Like, I'm not going nowhere.
right.
I don't want to go to the beach. I'm not trying to be in any type of large setting. I've been taking the precautions. I've been eating a lot healthier, working out with by myself, staying my distance. I don't like touching people
Mm-hmm.
anyway, so that ain't no problem. But you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I hear that.
I don't know. I think it's situational
Yeah.
the way that people feel so strongly about the not being around everyone. And I do feel for healthcare workers to be frustrated. And I do appreciate every healthcare worker, especially you, Jay. But it is hard, and this is the
Aw,
new norm. So
It
it's a
is. It
fact.
is.
what can you
So we
We
gotta
expect?
gonna
keep on
get through it,
chugging,
man. We
yo.
gonna we gonna pray all together, man. We gonna get
No,
through it.
for
It's
sure.
just it's small period of frustration, but you know at the end of the tunnel, you know
I am mad they're trying to
it's gonna be
reopen
great. We
though.
gonna be all right.
That I don't agree on. Like motherfucker, y'all.
It's like I said, when we get to that bridge, we'll
We'll
have a bigger
cross it.
discussion
Yeah,
on
for
that.
sure.
So
Yeah,
But
it's a big fact.
yeah,
The one thing that's been good about all this, if anything, you know what I mean, just being able to actually sit back and have time to, you know, reflect on all this good music that's been coming out, man.
yo,
I was
this music
surprised.
this
A
year's
lot of
been
good
good for
stuff dropped.
music.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
this year for sure has been good for some artists to drop. I mean, surprisingly enough, man, when you hit me and told me Isaiah dropped something, I was like, bro, this man came out of the woodworks. This man finally put something out. I was excited. I was low
Man,
key excited. That was different.
and I was happy too, man, because Isaiah, like, I don't remember exactly what it is, but I think he kind of like the Summer Walker situation where he just has a lot of anxiety. He just don't be outside like that.
I don't
So
blame him.
to see something new, especially during the times that we in, and that shit is flames. I'm not sure, Nisa, if you were able
Exactly.
no,
to
that's
listen
why
to
I've
that
been
Isaiah
waiting.
Rashad
I
joint,
was
but
trying to chime in. Get in
whew,
where I fit in. You feel
yeah,
he
me?
dropped.
yeah.
Absol
He,
dropped on
Bro,
420
like,
freestyle.
word?
Yeah,
This
you
man
ain't
dropped
hear
a
it?
no, I
freestyle?
didn't hear that.
Boy,
I
what?
could have swore
You
I put that
didn't. You
in the
didn't.
group
You
chat,
Nah,
didn't.
bro.
You be
man, you
holding
should have.
out once again.
Damn, bro.
Holding out.
Yo, that's
This man hit the.
crazy.
He said, "This is absolutely not for y'all
Right. He
niggas."
was not could not get this. You thought.
Absolutely not for y'all. Yo, like in the middle too, the beat switches and man,
Ooh, you see
You
that?
don't even care about us,
TDE
so
may
I
Mm,
don't
have
know
something
why.
coming.
Like,
They
oh,
may have
you know what's
something
so funny?
coming.
Yeah, there's this one page that started putting out little content of TDE. It was just like, yeah, black hippies, blah 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 blah, and I was just like, damn, why is this man dedicating his whole page now to
preempting.
TDE? And
Who
all of a
knows,
sudden,
man?
I'm like, bro,
It's
you know, I like the creative aspect that's coming out of this shit to
no,
keep it
for
a buck,
sure.
man. This music
When people
is
are in the
like,
house, like they were saying at the beginning, excuse me, at the beginning of this, it's the time for creatives. All creatives are gonna come out on top after this because the best creatives need to be alone. You need your alone time. You need that distancing
that's a
and
fact.
just to focus and to honestly all around time and focus. That's it.
That's a fact.
Like it's isolation time. So when
And
you're most of the time when you're by yourself and you're alone, your mind is where it needs to be for you to create whatever the hell you want to.
And also, you think about it too. This is the first time, probably in all lifetimes or anyone's lifetimes, that we know that if we're creating, there's going to be way more eyeballs on what you're
Oh,
doing
for
right now
sure.
because everybody's at
The
home
internet
anything
on
else.
is
their
so much
Yes,
bigger
phone,
right
whatever the
now
case
than it
is.
was ever before.
Like you see
exactly.
the fucking the growth. I'm sure if you had like a pie chart of IG and they show from like
Hmm.
you know early March to now, the percentage jump of IG lives is so crazy right now. I've
They're
never seen
kicking
so
people
many
Stupid.
off
people on IG
during
live in my
certain
life, bro.
times.
Stupid.
Like you can't be on at
Bro,
certain
it's
times because there's so many people on live, interacting on live, and Instagram systems
Man,
can't communicate it. They can't work with it. They like it literally crashes their
nah,
system.
because fucking Instagram is still trying to implement its algorithm type
Yeah.
shit. I think at this point they need to cut that whole thing and just let people see shit all together and stop seeing shit within like 2 hours later, like, oh, watch
yeah.
this live. And I'm like, damn, fool, I didn't know this person
But
was
you're
even live.
following so many
You know what
people
And I
I'm
that
missed
saying?
the
it's
whole
Like,
like
this,
shit.
yeah,
getting washed out.
shit.
Exactly.
Well, see, one thing we can do is just depend on those certain media sources to tell
Damn,
us
you
all this good
whistling?
music is dropping. Because
Certain
who,
media.
me whistling?
The good music.
They good, they good. Motherfucker, I got your braces. I have your old braces.
Ghetto.
Yeah, no.
Ghetto.
But
Got the
yo,
retainer
bro.
in.
Hey, my babies is out. Nice
I
and
ain't gonna.
smooth, baby. You
Talk to
feel
him.
me?
Yeah.
I can't stop talking to him because I want to see my grill. Shit. I've been smiling
Stupid.
since February 24th. Can't stop.
It's
Yo,
like, yo,
what's
Yo,
close your mouth. She's
I
like,
wake up
no.
with the
No.
drought mouth. Just being my, I
Tuh.
be sleeping
damn,
happy.
damn, no
Nah, I'm
motherfuckers.
kidding.
But yo,
Out
I'm
of
did
the
y'all
flexing.
listen to?
well, Jay go.
Yeah, did y'all listen to the
I
baby's joint?
did. I
Bruh.
did.
I want to hear
What,
y'all. I'm gonna let y'all go
preview the,
because I ain't.
what?
I was gonna say I'm gonna
No,
let y'all go because I ain't listened to it
Oh, okay.
like
It's
that.
all right because you upper
I didn't
handed
either.
us to other albums that dropped, so it's cool because you put me on division.
I think the only song I could really I like a lot is light skin shit.
I like that song too.
That's about it. Light skin shit. Not only because it got a star next to it, just
Not just because it's
the
favorite,
baby really saying something.
not
Yeah,
just because the crowd loves
yeah,
it.
but exactly. Every time he does a feature with a boogie, it don't hit.
I
I
don't
don't know
think
what
A
it
Boogie
is.
mixes well with like. Is he Southern? Is he
Nah, it
considered
don't.
Southern? No, he's
Which
The
one?
Baby's
baby?
Northern, right?
The baby is Southern.
What is
Yeah,
he?
Nah.
he's
He's like,
Southern.
where is he from?
What?
He's Southern.
Ain't he from the? He from the Carolinas,
He's from
bro.
Carolina, so
Carolinas.
South
He's
Carolina at
Southern.
that. Yes, or North Carolina?
Yeah,
South.
South.
He's like in the
He
middle. I feel like you
fuck.
don't really.
He know that he almost neighbors to J Cole's spot. Say for real?
Yeah, I think it.
Is
Yeah,
Carol?
right.
What is
Him and
Carolina
J Cole from
considered?
Yeah,
That's
Kingsville.
northern. No, that's like in the middle.
That's South.
they're
It's
both they're
like in the
divided in
middle.
north
Yeah,
and
that's why I was
south.
like, I don't know what you're considered.
Yo,
This nigga
Jay
is southern. I
is a
don't care what
funny
you say.
guy.
Anyways, A Boogie can't make
This
music
man,
with
nah, the
anybody from
baby.
the south.
See,
A Boogie can't make music with anyone southern.
You know what? I'm not gonna agree with
What?
that because he had a
nah,
song with the
yeah, I was gonna
baby called
disagree with that.
"Stain" on A Boogie album, and I
With
fuck with
who?
that song. It's a dope song. A Boogie
It's
Oh,
and
the
I
the
never
baby
heard
and
baby.
that
this
song.
nigga. Yeah,
That's why I was like, I'm not gonna agree
Most of
100%, but
you
I
get
see
what I'm
where you're
saying
going.
though. Most of the
I see
time,
why you
I
say it.
like Rockstar.
I'm
You know,
with
I
you.
fuck with Roddy.
That
That
one's dope too.
honestly, anything with Roddy hits. I told myself I wasn't gonna fuck with
For-
Junk just because me and NBA YoungBoy are not seeing eye to eye no longer.
Listen, he not
yeah,
seen eye to
nah,
eye
You
with
feel me?
himself.
Like I just can't
nah.
really do it.
You're
Isn't
not
it
gonna
funny? We
catch.
had that conversation.
Yeah,
We
last
had that
time.
Exactly.
conversation like 2 weeks ago, and then
Mm-hmm.
now he's like, "Yo, I'm not dropping nothing until I'm right," which
Good,
I like. That's great.
good. Don't drop nothing. I'm tired of these
But
niggas being hella
Yo,
aggressive for no
cooking
reason. Playing
breakfast mad.
all right, let me.
anyway, back to the baby. Let's
Nah,
not
but
get
I like
sidetracked. The baby.
Rockstar and I like Pickup
Okay.
with Quavo. So, and then I did like
Honestly.
the video for Find My Way with B Simone. I thought that was a really good collab. They
Okay.
marketed it very well. So
Yeah,
I
that was
think that
dope.
whole
The way
play
they
I
on
did up
that
didn't.
to
I
it.
didn't
song
see
was
it. I
really
didn't
good
see
for
it.
his album dropping. As you know, she has a really
Mm-hmm.
big crowd and following. She's actually super inspirational. By the way, she's
Hell
now
yeah.
a millionaire. To see a YouTuber or
Okay.
Instagram girl become like a millionaire from selling shit, that's hardworking. That's crazy.
Well, for context,
Yeah.
Nisa says that because that's been a goal of hers for quite some time. Like B Simone said it like
Yeah.
numerous times. I'm going to be a millionaire
And
by
she
this
hit
time,
it.
and she hit it. That's
So
why
it
Nisa
means a
said it.
lot. I've been
She's not
following
pocket
B
watching, all
Simone since
right.
before B Simone was really B Simone. I mean, she was always B
Simone.
Simone, but like she was just more
She's
goofy.
a
Everything
Simone.
was like more funny, natural. Now it's more glammed up, but she's
She's
dope,
dope, man.
and she's always been
That's
herself. So
good.
I
I was able
respect
to
her
meet her.
1,000%.
Ooh,
She pulled up to Let's Talk
Oh
Live,
yeah,
the
with
first
Quail.
one that we ever
ooh.
did. So I got to meet her. Yeah, she's dope, man. She's really dope. Like you said, her story is
Mhm.
inspirational. She said she was celibate for the longest, so she's like,
Okay.
"Yeah, I'm still going." I mean, I haven't been peeping this shit lately. Know what I mean? But she's a good energy.
For
She's a
sure.
good vibe. So
That's lit. That's lit.
When they posted that picture, you could see like the tats on his
Yo,
hands.
I
Like, yo, the
literally
B
was like,
Simone
"That's
is back
baby,"
to
and
back.
then my homegirl was like, "No, it's not." I
It
said,
was a dope
"What?" Pulled
rollout.
up his page, went for any picture with his hands in it, zoomed in, screenshotted, then compared. You know, girls are FBI
That's
agents.
when you know you
You
got
feel
good
me?
marketing. When you got
Yeah, when
people,
you
you
got
know what I
somebody
mean?
looking into it, like, "Oh my
Doing shit
god,"
like that.
because you know she loves him. She like always puts out that she loves him. She bought him a Moet bottle, like.
Oh wow,
Nah,
she was
nah, for
down
real.
there.
But
So
she did it
wow,
in a
wow.
impressive way. Not no, I want to get next to him. Let me hang out with him, take a
Hmm.
picture. It was like, I'm gonna buy him a Moet
Yeah,
bottle, get my attention.
just good
Player
marketing.
shit.
Yeah,
But for like the baby, the reason why I didn't listen to it the way that I did, I listened to a couple tracks, but which I
likewise.
respect because he also like talked about it in
Mm.
the interview. Like it's all very
Hmm.
similar, so I'm like, like I'm not really into
It is.
doing that. But in the interview, I forgot who it was with. He was like, "Listen, right now, I understand like what my audience wants to hear, so I'm gonna give them that. You know what I mean? I'm experimenting with a lot of different stuff on the side, and we gonna get there. But right now, this is what I'm into, which I respect. So I'm like, I bet I fuck with you, baby, do what you
Okay, yeah,
do.
I could give him
But
that. Man. He's staying
yeah, I
true to
didn't
his
listen to
craft.
it like that. I'm sure I'm gonna listen
Yeah,
to it at some point. But like we was
shit. I
talking
mean,
about Division. I was on that Division. I
Yo,
was on that
division. Can we get
Westside
into that?
Gunn.
I really
Westside
like
Gunn,
that.
pray for Paris, my nigga. That shit is crack, nigga.
Stupid,
Westside snapped. Yo, this
bro.
album is crack.
I was just
Shit, he even
glad
had
that
Virgil do his album cover.
fire. Fire. I'm just glad that it
What?
worked out the way that it worked out, bro. Like when you see the track list
Exactly.
before, like you got Tyler the Creator on there, like so
Exactly.
many, and he even produced. You had like the Jay Versace joint that he
Hmm.
produced.
Bro, that's
It's like, yo,
crazy.
like what is it
Crazy.
gonna be? And then you listen to it, and it's so dope because it's that throwback OG, grimy
Word.
hip hop shit over
Oh
Luke
man,
beats, but then it's like
that's shit.
2020 at the same time.
Exactly. Still talking about Bentleys and all that, but then again, he'll still talk about cooking up. You know what I'm saying? Old homies and shit, bro. No vacancy, man.
Hey yo,
God.
we go yo.
Hey,
As soon as he go in, you're like,
I thought you were playing the
oh.
song, nigga. I ain't gonna hold you. I was like, I thought that nigga was here. I like,
Yo, fire,
that
bro,
It's
nigga.
always
fire.
good to
Yeah.
see old
Like from
Nah,
school
for
and
top
new
to
real.
school
bottom.
forms of any type of hip hop. Honestly,
Hmm. Whenever you can actually get a nice silhouette
exactly,
of
because it's
collaboration
what
that
you want to
actually
hear, and then it's
complements
also
each other,
something new.
cool.
You know what I mean? Like it's a new vibe mixing with
Yeah.
your
Not
old
like,
feels.
yeah, not like a the baby and a boogie, but
Definitely not. You
it's
Right.
know?
fire.
But now, like, especially with like Griselda, where it's at now, like a number
Word.
of projects that they have under their belt, and there's just so much like solid shit there. And
Hmm.
people comparing them
Hmm.
to TDE now, just them being authentically them and just putting out good music. Like, pray for Paris, dog. Like, there's so much shit. Like, I can see why it wouldn't be for a lot of people.
I can
But
see
like
why
you
too.
listen to it, it's like you got to listen to that shit with
Hey,
a
yo.
glass of wine with a full ski mask on at the same
Classy.
time.
Exactly.
Like it's
You
like
gotta
two
you
different
gotta be
worlds.
classy, but you gotta be on that shit. Like, you know what? I
The
could put
DJ
on a nice
Premier
fit.
joint that he got on there, I forgot what
I
I'm
know. I
horrible
was
with
gonna
songs,
say you ain't even
Hey,
gonna.
likewise,
Y'all just be
bro.
like,
fire,
DJ Premier joint.
couple lyrics. Somebody gonna guess.
he got like
Yeah,
fucking like I said, Tyler on there. This
yeah. He
man,
got
I was just
Boldy
proud, man.
Jones, I think, and Freddie
Ooh,
Bodie
Gibbs.
James on there, yeah. Freddie Gibbs is
Yeah,
on there with Rock Marciano. That shit,
that
oh
shit.
my
Woo.
god,
He
bro.
even got Wale, I think. I think this
Wale's
French
on
toast,
there.
is it? French toast? Yeah,
Wale's
that
on
shit.
there.
That's
Of
different.
course,
Yeah, man.
Conway and Benny, man,
Yeah,
them
yeah. You
boys
gotta
on.
have the group. I'm waiting on them, boy. That shit. But no, you did throw an alley with how do you say this nigga's name, bro? God damn.
Who?
division. I'm like, wait,
Division,
what?
Oh,
right?
Division. Oh
Division,
yeah,
division.
man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because I was
man.
like, for the longest I would struggle with his name, but I won't struggle with Black. You know what I'm saying? This shit's
Oh,
crazy.
I see what you
With
mean. I'm
Six
like,
Flat.
what?
Yeah,
Nah, that album
I would
hit.
struggle with
So
this
were
one's
y'all
name,
up on
So
Division
I've
before
only
this?
heard
Like, have
division
y'all listened to
in
Division?
songs,
really seldomly, real seldomly.
like features.
Yeah, he was always in
Yes, thank
feature.
you. We're on the same page.
Yeah,
I've only heard him in features. That's
yeah.
why I was like, wait, it's a guy. I don't know if it's like a team. I remember we were talking on the phone, and I was like, I know it's DVSN. but I don't know. Like
Yeah.
I like am not
Yeah.
that well versed. But yo, this
I just
album,
knew he
thank
was,
you for putting
he
me
was
on. I
really
will
a
tell you
strong
that.
feature.
Thank you. I read it and I
Facts.
was like, this is such a me album. The whole little, you know how like when you do the drop down, it'll do the about the album. It literally says,
Yeah.
this is what you'll listen to. You might end up texting your ex. I said, oh Lord, here you go, here you go. With my glass of
Ooh.
wine.
That's
I
what it
mean,
is, man. Like Division, like so for people who don't know, Division is a group. We got 1985, who's the producer who produces every motherfucking track. And then
mhm.
Daniel, I think his last name's Daly. Daniel Daly, who's a singer. And
His
that boy
ass
can
off.
sing and falsetto his ass off, dog.
I
So like
believe
that combination, bro. I think it was like 2015 they dropped their first shit, and they on OVO when they first dropped. And I'm gonna put y'all on to
that
you.
makes
You
sense.
probably heard them before, but that's the sound, like that gloomy. It was very like Weekend, but
Yeah,
more
it
like
very
sexy
sexy.
and like fucking.
That's
You know
how
Uh-huh.
what I
that's how they
mean?
feature in
Uh-huh.
And
most of their songs too. It's always like that sexy vibe. It reminds me of not
right,
I'm not gonna say exactly, but like the sexy type of like low jazzy vibe, I would say, but still R&B. Daniel
right.
Caesar. God damn, why is it Caesar?
Caesar, yeah.
Caesar.
I said
Daniel
Caesar. I tried to fix
Scissors.
it and say
He
Caesar.
said,
You know,
"Hey,
I
hey,
told y'all
hey." You
I
say,
was
"Yo,
drinking
Daniel,
it a
cut
little
it out."
bit before we started this.
She said,
You
blame it on the
know,
lit.
Shout out to Daniel
Danny
Scissor.
Caesar. But you know what I mean, Daniel Caesar.
But
You know, it like hits
yeah,
him like
this
that for me,
honestly,
basically.
I ain't gonna hold you no good. Definitely resonates a lot. That shit is fire.
No good is it. That's how you start the album off too. So they
Shit,
letting you
bro.
know exactly.
Shit. And then I ain't gonna hold you, man, hearing Dangerous. Anything with Ty Dolla $ign and he put Buju on that
Bro, with
shit.
Buju on it, oh
Oh
my
my
god,
god,
bro.
I
bro.
literally just
And
wrote,
then they follow it up with the popcorn joint too.
Word. Word. Yes,
I was
man.
like, yo, these young gentlemen are
I'm glad
geniuses.
they know
cultured,
culture, bro. They're
yes. Like
cultured, and that's
they
why I
know
can
how to
listen
mix
to it.
well.
They're fucking cultured.
But
Yeah.
that's what it is, because I don't know their backgrounds. Like, I'm pretty sure they from
Gotta
Toronto as
be. Singing
well. So
ass
you know
niggas
that,
gotta be from
They got a
Toronto.
Caribbean,
link.
Jamaican,
Yeah.
background is there. So
Big
for them to
family
have
them.
Mm-hmm.
Buju popcorn on there, back to
Two of them.
back,
Yeah.
and we spoke last week, and we always talk about it. Matter of fact, just like production
Right?
value on albums, having transitions. There's a whole,
Uh-huh.
especially in the middle of the album, like songs transition into the next one so smooth and so fire. Like
Damn.
it's crazy. You go from Dangerous City, which is the one with Buju, and then the
Mm-hmm.
popcorn joint into
So what?
Outlandish, and they
Yeah.
all flow,
Ooh.
dog.
I liked Between
Um,
That's
Us
crazy.
the
Yeah,
you
no,
also
most.
this
got
is well
Party Next
put.
Door on there, Jesse
Between
Reyes.
Us was my
Mm-hmm.
favorite. Honestly, I'm growing. Snow is she's just a queen. She's growing on me
Growing
so
on
much.
you.
She's the little
Of
I'm so
angel.
course.
glad she getting her shine too.
That's my
I'm so
wifey.
glad that she
Bruh.
like popping off right now because she's always been like a
Yeah, I was
hidden
gonna say,
gem,
like, I didn't
you
even
know.
Of
realize I've
course.
listened to songs with her in them.
Yeah. You know who
Yes,
else was a hidden gem in the society of like no, like they're finally getting that notoriety?
who?
Tone Smith. Like
One
that boy's
thousand
a hidden
percent,
gem too. Yeah,
one
he
thousand
watch.
percent.
He gonna be the next one. He gonna get his shine, like his big
Who is
shine
it?
for sure.
Oh, I don't know
Tone
him. So
Smith.
see,
I think it's Tone Stiff. I think no.
Whoa, pause.
I think it's Tone, not Smith, but
yeah,
Stiff.
it's
I think
Stiff.
it is no.
Stith. Stiff.
There we
Stiff?
go.
It's stiff.
Close, close. He had a joint called
Shit.
damn, it was called Let
His
Some, Let
last
Me, or
drop
something
was
like
in
that a couple years ago.
2018.
Fire,
Damn.
fire.
I just ain't
That
fuck
was
with
the one I
the
was talking
last
about.
name.
Good company.
Yo, you was with Nisa chilling, bro. Yeah, you know what I mean? Y'all were
You know
having
what I
your
mean?
glasses of wine.
Like,
Nah, it just sounds
it's
like Tone
okay. It
Smith
happens to the
sound way
best of
better to
us.
me than
It really
Stiff.
does.
How you tell a man a different way? Yo, your name sound
It's
better
you.
this way.
You look like
He
Hey,
a
said, yo,
Robin.
Tone
niggas be
Stitch, come here.
nah, I got my ski mask on and my Balenciaga. You feel me? Sipping wine.
You look like a Gerald
You know
then.
I ain't gonna say your name right.
Silent gangster. You could
Clown,
call him
bro.
G or you could call him Gerald. Gerald. He can go
Gerald?
by G or he can go
Yo,
by Gerald. You feel me? Like both ways. It's like a mullet.
Mm.
yo, you
Hell
are
nah.
blowing my.
Hell no, you better put that shit down.
Yo, Jesse
okay.
Reyes is
So
on here. What do
thank
y'all
you
think?
for
Y'all listen to
Kelly.
her?
Thank you for always reading my
Oh,
mind every time.
Got you.
I love her
yeah, you scared
voice.
the fuck out of me.
I absolutely love her voice, not because it, reminds me of myself, but I really love her voice. And I don't think she gets notoriety from the crowd that I'm around, because I am influenced by a lot of music around
Yet.
the company that I keep.
Yeah.
I don't really hear people talk about her as much as you would think they would at the talent level that I think she is. But I know a lot of people on her, if that makes sense. I feel like people know about her, but no one praises her
Yeah,
like she
absolutely.
should be. Just the quality of her voice is just beautiful. It's Amy
I'm telling
Winehouse
you,
vibes to
they're
me.
about to make their
Like,
debut.
That's
it's
tough.
very
I can see
Amy,
that.
and I
I
That's
can
miss
see
tough.
Amy.
that.
R.I.P. to Amy, honestly. Like,
Of course.
And she
Yeah.
dropped a new shit. I wasn't able to listen to it yet. The only one I really
I
listened
did
to was the
listen
one
to her
with
new shit, and
Black,
her
and
new
that's a
shit
great
is
song.
good. It is, but I think I don't know. I want her to. There's a song I just
You
want.
think she
I don't
fell
know
short
what song
somewhere?
because it hasn't come out yet, but I want her to drop some fire. Like,
You know what's crazy too? She's from fucking Canada as
singing
well. She's
ass
from
niggas,
Toronto.
bro.
Yo, they keeping
Like,
fam up there
them
tough.
some singing
They
motherfuckers
keeping
in
fam up
Like
there
I
Toronto.
don't know
tough.
They
what
be
the fuck
sad.
been
It's the
going
weather.
on, and
It's the weather.
yeah,
They
bro.
all get their heart
What
broke.
else do you do? You in the shower? It's hot. It's always cold outside.
That's why I'm surprised they OVO ain't snatch her ass up when all this shit
Who
was
has
going
her
on. Like when
signed
they
right
got the
now?
Vision, Magic. I don't know if y'all fuck with Magic Jordan, but
Who has her signed right now?
huh? I think she's
Nothing.
on Aftermath with Shady, no?
That is random.
The man sound
Right.
hella Canadian, eh?
Eh? She's on Shady, eh? Shady dealings, eh? Nah, she used to always be featured on they shit, so I'm pretty sure she's.
They just
Well, let
need
me
to
not
do
speak.
a
Let me not say
Toronto
that.
link up
Even though
thing.
she's featured on a lot of shady shit, she probably not. But she's dope, man. I really like her. That's the reason
She's
why I brought it up. I'm
soulful.
not too well versed yet. Like she has a
Yo,
very
Yeah.
unique voice, and the
It's
way she writes
raspy.
songs is dope.
exactly. Yeah,
People
true,
say they
true.
love the
Right.
raspy
So
voice, It's just a thing. It's just a thing.
here
It's
we
a
go.
thing. Like, it
Here
really
we
is a thing.
go.
This girl with her
They
So,
free
wasn't
plug.
talking about you.
Yo, but since we're on the topic of that, how do y'all feel about Cardi's single "At Me"? It's like the whole music video
Bro,
as a
he's supposed
whole.
to drop tonight, no?
so this
I don't know.
it's beef
Eh?
with him and Uzi, is it not?
Yo, Jay's
Is
on
it not
fire
beef with
tonight.
him and
He's on
Uzi?
fire.
Nah, these niggas is kissing. Don't believe
This
that shit.
this has to be
Bro, I
marketing,
don't
bro.
get
Yeah,
this.
I don't believe that
I'm
shit.
so
They're
confused.
kissing.
What is the point?
They're kissing. The whole community behind that. They know them niggas. They just had a mutual kind of like, yo, I'm not gonna do shit with you. You're not gonna do shit with me. But at the same time, like, see, this is the marketing part of it because now we talking about it. Now people are like,
Yeah,
yo, they gonna drop. When he said "At Me," and then Uzi said
yeah,
it's only me. I was like, yo, these niggas, man. For the people who don't
bro.
know, like if they were really beefing, like I could understand if people kind of broke it down and say like "At Me" was like, yo, Uzi, like if you gonna say
At me.
something at me, nigga, like you ain't about that shit, blah 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 blah. I can understand if that was like, oh, this nigga just dropped a diss track,
I feel like
but
it was a
he
way
didn't
that
really
them
say
type of
nothing too
niggas
tough.
diss. And you know what I mean by that. Like,
That
Well,
makes
I mean,
sense. That
but
makes
yeah,
sense. That's
like
but then
crazy.
again, Cardi
that's how
How
I
does
talk
that
a
feel.
make sense?
whole different fucking language than any of them niggas.
But that's why, yo, I know people that swear by Cardi, bro, and there's a couple joints that I really fuck with. But
I
bro,
I
fuck
don't
with
like
like
Cardi.
him.
you like this
I
at
don't
me?
like
You
him.
at me?
Nah, see, it's just like usually when you think a song is trash, and then you listen to it so much,
He's
you're like,
I mean,
it's alright. And
That's Jay
it's
shit.
I
one of
don't
them
That's Jay
shits.
know.
shit. That's Jay
Nah,
shit.
it's not my shit. You're not gonna catch me bumping it on the regular, but like if I play it, I won't skip. I'll be like, oh, it's just Cardi. Like he was part of the culture when with Og and all of them. So he grew on me for that. He was
Right.
definitely prominent. Then
So
Magnolia
I
dropped. I was
liked
like,
him on
damn, yo, this nigga's
Magnolia, and I
different.
liked him with Uzi, but I do not. I don't
Yeah, so
prefer to listen to him by himself.
nah, but this
He's
motherfucking music video
weird.
was
They're all
weird. I
weird.
don't.
They're all
He
in a
probably
weird.
should not have. It was, but everything is influenced
It
through
really
Young
is,
Thug
and Young
though.
Thug is weird.
Keep it a
All of
buck.
them are weird. Just some of their music hits for me and some don't.
Hey, Young Thug part of the culture too. So, I mean, it's well, hey, it's so funny that we even talking about Young Thug. Fresh Montana would say he got more hits than him, Kendrick, and all of them. Young Thug was like, bro, you must be smoking some stupid shit. Like,
He said
well, round one.
Yo, people say that, but French got shit. French got a lot of hits, man.
Yeah, but they did the numbers.
And we can talk about it for a second, but
I ain't gonna go too deep. But they ran the numbers.
Even though he may not have, because I seen like on IG and on Twitter, people doing like the ESPN comparisons. They got French, and they'll put Young Thug, or they'll do French and Kendrick, and they'll put like the Billboard stats. Like,
I don't think French compares.
French has been on a lot of joints.
Yeah,
he don't do that.
He's a feature hit,
but he's definitely not.
I don't know a single of his personally. That was
Shot Caller? You don't remember?
Bro, I'm really trying to think of like
French has a lot of shit.
Him.
There's a lot of shit that resonates with the people that have been listening to French since Cocaine City, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
From the Max B eras and all that.
Okay.
But when he transitioned over, like, son, like, he's been on hits. A lot of fucking hits. Yeah, and that's why... Okay. Like, he specifically said, like, smash his hits, which I'm cool. I'm like,
get played at the club.
You know, I see what you're going. I see where you're going there.
That don't make sense. But then again, he can't say it's his hits because, honestly, one of the biggest ones he had as far as being on the billboards that got a lot of plaques, it's Sway Lee
Okay,
shit.
so my argument to that
you know what I'm saying? Like, what?
In French Montana's mind, in the way that
let Sway Lee come and say that.
The type of person that he is, I would go with what Kelly's saying. Like, okay, smash hits, like shit people are playing in the club over and over and over, shit that like you're listening to all the time. I would say French Montana has more of those than Kendrick does, but Kendrick is for the real music lovers.
Kendrick's not catered towards club music.
Correct.
But that's what that's why I'm saying
if they're gonna do club hits, then don't
they can't
put
compete
Kendrick
where they don't compare.
No, because they're not smart when they have.
That's why
he's not
French
wrong
isn't
because
wrong.
they can't even compete.
You know what I mean? Like,
all right, see, then I can agree with you. I can agree with you. Yeah, but don't do that.
He's not the better artist.
Like, come on, bro. Like, all right, he got that. He did get the crowd stirred up with the shits about it. Cool. He did. He's smart.
That goes into marketing, like we were just talking about with Uzi and this dude. Everybody's in the crib. Everybody's gonna take what
No, for real. That is true. I said that from when we first got into quarantine. I was like, everybody's marketing is off the motherfucking chain right now. Like, you have nothing to do but create.
Word.
And everyone's at home. All eyes are on you. All eyes. Like what? The Weeknd was the first project to drop while we were in quarantine, was it not? I'm pretty sure.
I feel like we've been in quarantine
it's
for
only
like
been like a
15 months
month
already,
in
so
Florida.
I'm not even
been like a month and a half in Florida. And I think the Weeknd was like just dropping when we first started like having to be home.
I remember Weekend and Party.
It was early. It was like right before we were like
on
our.
I don't think anything.
It was when we were getting on our curfew, like right before the curfew or something. That's around the time that it dropped. Because I remember saying his marketing was crazy.
That was before April.
It just drew people in. Yeah, I'm just
that
like
shit was
Travis.
next level. Yeah, but he hired somebody to like.
Yeah, of course,
create,
but
like,
I mean, it's still his team. You know, he chose the person, so
you could always tell.
It's all what you put out and what you allow to be put out. So, I thought he did really well. Just like you were saying earlier, how Travis, this Fortnite shit, next level. Like,
we got so much to talk about, bro. We're gonna go over this limit, bro.
Yeah, we definitely
I don't understand how. Every single year, all the time, like every 5 months, Travis finds a new way to kind of like mind blow us in some type of way, whether it be shoes, performancing, putting out music, like actual tracks, lyrics, beats, fucking putting on performances, throwing tours, performing in video games, marketing new music. With Kid Cudi, baby, like.
Listen, man. He's from the
crazy.
the ilk of Kanye. You know what I mean?
Honestly,
he's a student.
I love Texas.
He pays attention. He's keeping the torch going.
Oh, 100%. Keeping them rages
he's
happy.
Just a beast.
Like he
brilliant.
is a smart dude, bro. And I'm telling you, and I told this story on the pod many times, but I remember back in 2013 when I was still living in New York, he had a show. This is when Magna Carta came out. He produced the song Crown for Jay. And he had a show at I forget exactly where it was off the top of my head, but he had a show and nobody was fucking with him. This is before all this turn up shit, before Cardi was out, before fucking Young Thug, everybody. He pioneered
This is
all
before
this
rodeo.
shit. And nobody in the club was fucking with him. I think it was Webster Hall.
Yeah.
I think well before Warrior. He didn't.
Okay.
This is when Owl Pharaoh was out, and nobody was fucking with it like that.
Wow.
And people were dissing him. I was talking to a rapper on the side who performed right before. I was like, "Yo, what you think of son?" He did like the little sign with his hand, like the up and down.
Damn.
And it's a fast forward, like you said, Nisa. Every year he's doing something new. And this Fortnite shit, like we had the conversation off air, but I remember that DJ, I believe it was Marshmello. Yeah, he did his own concert in Fortnite as well.
Yeah,
but
it was like an unlocked level, right?
Thing, like
and you were able to get to EDC. It was like an EDC mock-up.
Like, yeah, as soon as it hit, 5 p.m., like the whole shit just transformed and you were teleported there. But this shit, the Travis Scott shit, if y'all haven't seen it,
anywhere,
go on Twitter,
any type of platform.
IG, whatever, TikTok, look at that shit. That shit is next level.
Legendary. This nigga makes legendary moves.
But that's why I fuck with it so heavy, because it's never no like regular shit so far. You know what I mean?
He keeps people wondering what he's gonna put out next, if that makes sense. He keeps them interested.
Well, I mean, he's putting.
Bro, you think about it, like it's like, yo, I'm having a concert on Fortnite. All right, cool, bet. What's up? But bro, like this shit, like the
how
visuals,
it looked like a world with like
they was actually doing in
tents up, like a festival in a circle.
Yeah, it looked like some shit directly out of his brain. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like the astral world. Like you were teleported to astral world, which is crazy.
Oh man!
And then this,
bro,
like you said, the Cudi
with
song,
Cudi too is the perfect.
That
was a perfect type of graphics, promotional video, whatever the fuck you want to call it. That digital editing was amazing. Like, what does it mean?
But you know what that mean, right?
Shit.
New Travis project, baby. New Travis project, baby.
Yeah. Soon.
Album coming soon. That
shit
dropping in 2 months. It has to, bro. There's no way you just do a rent. We're not renting.
You're doing all this extra
You got a Fortnite rollout. Yo, I want to. They had the figures. I want to know how much my son got paid for that shit, because he don't got to do shit forever now.
Like just nah. He been good. He been good. But
I just mean it's one check. You know what I mean? At once, like he probably got some bready bread.
I ain't gonna lie.
You do that rollout. You got the new song with Cudi coming out.
I'm ready. Shit, 2020 is a rough year, but it's bittersweet, if that makes sense.
I was tight because I didn't know they dropped merch with it. I didn't know. I was like, yo, what? Yes, they dropped a toy. They dropped everything, bro. They dropped like
that bitch is all sold out.
Shirts.
I'm tight.
I was sick.
Yeah, nah, you know what? I'll find somebody. I got a few plugs.
Nah, bro, they're gonna be like, yo, 400 right now.
Nah, fuck you.
He's like, bro, it's a toy.
He was like, no. I'm like, first, no. He's like, you give me the toy, I'll teach you how to make a 800 out of your 100. Just stimulus check.
Give me 100, bro. He said, yo, I'll give you 800. Like, you can make 800 from him. Like, stop playing.
Word.
Like, if you don't give me the toy, man, stop playing.
My grandmama gave me this toy.
I'm looking forward to it, man. Like Travis, like all his. I mess with all his albums. I know a lot of people that are really, really like married to rodeo, but I really like Birds in the Trap as well. Really like the last joint, Astro World as well. So I'm looking forward to his next shit, man.
Of course, anybody who goes on his networking, his music, everything, they definitely gonna get some fame to it. This nigga knows what he's doing. Whew. Damn, man, there's so much good music.
Man, and you were talking about being in quarantine, everybody just being together, like the Last Dance shit. We can talk about that real quick.
So do we want me to get into it?
Yo, listen, man. I'm gonna say shout out to you for the alley oop.
Oh wait, real quick, Nisa. Did y'all? Well, Nisa watched it. Jay, you were the one that didn't watch it.
Oh, did you get your link from Kelly like you were supposed to?
On the distribution. Oh, of course. Yeah. I immediately clocked in. I was like, I bet everything good. Handled everything I needed to early. Boom. We just relaxed and watched it for a second.
All
Okay,
right, bet. Let's
Yo,
get
so
into it. What did you think?
overall, yes,
I
I
love
like
it.
to see the footage and I like to hear like the real drama that went down behind closed doors because that's what episode 2 was like. Okay, now it's leading
Went
into
down.
like the drama that's really gonna come, and I'm
Yeah.
excited because 3 and 4 are
The
supposed to
shits.
mention deadness,
Scotty
Dennis.
pimped that shit.
So I'm excited for Sunday to come. But I wasn't like I don't know. It kind of took me back the way that they put all the editing process. Put it that way. All the post production mashup of how they actually put the clips together, it kind of like threw me off. I didn't like it the most. I felt like they should have had more talking, like longer talking points, if that made sense. They did have some longer of Jordan, but it just seemed very quick and it seemed like they were just playing clip to clip to clip to clip, which I know is a combination or of all of the like the footage that we miss. I just like to sit down and hear other people speak when I watch something like a documentary. So it was just very all over the place.
So you think it
A
made
little
it
bit,
more
but
like disorganized?
episode 2 was better. Episode 2 was a
Oh,
lot
It,
more
it did.
fun
I
than
can
1.
kind of agree on that because some of the chronological orders in it when they would
Yeah, like
shoot
they were.
forward to like
Right.
1997 and then boom and then they're like, all
Thank
right, you know
you.
what? Let's take
Okay,
you back to
it was too
1980
much.
or
It was
something. I'm
like all
like,
over the
damn, wait.
place.
I'm like,
But I think they're getting more organized.
yeah. I can understand that aspect.
I could
Yeah.
see that.
Hmm.
But the way I looked at it, because that did take me aback as well, because they
Yeah,
just
so
said
I
we'll
was
be
like,
in
"What the fuck is going
85, and then they'll
on?"
shoot forward to 97, showing the dysfunction. But
Hmm.
I'm sure it only seems like that in hindsight because we only
That's
have the
true.
first 2 episodes. You know what I mean? Like this is a 10
So they're
part.
gonna put the pieces together in a certain way.
That's what
Okay.
I'm thinking. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because what I'm seeing is that because one of the major points of all this is that this is all footage from that season that nobody has ever seen before, and they're
Exactly.
also trying to tell you the story of
Behind it.
that team. And the only way that you can, do it correctly is by going back as well. So they're trying to show you exactly what's going on in the moment for the last dance, but also you have to go back to see Mike and all these people hooping in high school and college and everything in order to get back over here.
Word,
So
word.
that
But
was
with
jolting
more
when I first saw it too. I'm like,
dialect,
yo, what the fuck? Like
yeah.
there'll be times I'll be like, all right, where we going now? We going
I
to
think with
98?
more
Where we going?
dialect,
Yeah, word,
it
word.
would have eased that.
2020.
Holy shit, where are we going? You know what I mean? So that's where I would go back to my point of saying
Mm-hmm.
I think that they should add a little more conversational style slots in it.
Yeah, I think one of my things is like if they're gonna start the last dance, let's start from the beginning. Let's say, oh, they start with the draft or like the whole demographic of who Jordan is as a person first. Then his
I don't
college
think they
when he
wanted
was
to do all
hooping in
that
North
though.
Carolina or
Like I
whatever
don't
the
think
case
that was
is,
the goal of it.
and then but see that's how I would understand it
Yeah, they
because
don't need to
why
shoot
shoot
that far
back?
back because that
Like
was
I
what
can
they're
understand if they
focusing
use
on
it
right
back
now.
as a reference, like
If that
oh
makes sense.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
for
I mean
sure.
if they even bring it up, if they're gonna use that as yeah, then I would be like kind of give us the background because some people who are
I
watching
don't
this
think
who have
anybody
never watched
who
an
is
actual
watching it,
game or seen this man
unless they
hoop,
watching it with a
yeah,
man, is why it
actually
hasn't
seen this
seen Joe
man,
or doesn't know. Like, you know what I mean? That's not something someone who isn't a sports fan is even going to turn on. You have to really be a sports fan to sit here and watch this documentary. Put it that way, because you really got to be interested on what
yeah,
behind the scenes was
exactly.
going on, because you have to be familiar with.
So yeah, so that goes exactly that goes back to what I was saying. Like, there's gonna be some people who don't know shit about it, just know him because of a brand. To be honest, like some people just know him because of a brand, and like, oh, and then he play basketball. I'm like, damn.
They didn't even know
So
my
if
did any
they're gonna
baseball,
introduce it
so
as the last dance and certain things,
like.
so yeah, they didn't even know he was in a golf. So
Yeah. I think that's one of the things I really appreciated about it too. I think it was
right,
more the first episode, but it showed because you like in pop culture, Mike has been the GOAT forever, like since
facts.
a lot of us have been on this earth. But the first episode specifically really goes into him like, yo, Slime, he wasn't always nice. Like he had to work his fucking ass off, you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Like junior year high school, he went away for that summer and
Yeah.
got nice,
That was
came
the
back, had a
funniest shit to
growth
me because
spurt,
they
and
when
then
he
he
hit
was
that
like,
growth spurt,
and then
Yo.
he goes into
I was like,
college. He wasn't
damn.
Shame.
That's what it is. It's like he went into North Carolina, like, yo, like he wasn't the man on the campus his first year. You know
It's
what I mean? He had
crazy
to work
though.
on it, and then he started carrying them.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like it showed the growth. Like he wasn't always like nice. He had to really show
he
that
wasn't.
laser focus and become that fucking insane winner that he is to this day
Of
in
course,
order
you
for
had to
him
get that
to reach that. You
dedication.
know what I mean?
I think that
just
I
get
think the
goosebumps thinking
craziest
about it.
part of the first, not the craziest, but like, yeah, it's coming.
Here
I
it
think
comes.
that
Here
the
it comes.
craziest part of the first two episodes is how much they doubted Michael and Scotty, and those two became powerhouses. Because they even said, you know what I mean? Where did you
Oh,
think?
okay. You didn't go where I was thinking you were going. Okay.
I'm sorry.
I like that. I
That
like
was where I
that.
was going with it.
I like that. No, that's good. I thought she was gonna be
Nah,
like the most
hey, that
surprising
wasn't
thing was
that.
Scotty
He was,
wasn't getting paid.
you know,
I thought it was gonna be
athletes
like,
back then.
no.
I don't think they, you know, especially him
I mean,
coming
that was a
from the
little
background that he
shocking.
came from. It's understandable why he took that. So I don't think that
Correct.
people. I didn't. I was mad on Twitter when they were comparing Scotty to other players. Now it just didn't make sense. Like players now are thinking a little more funny. You know that if
He didn't know the
somebody put in
cap was
front of
gonna
you, you're
fly up
gonna
like
get
that.
$18 million some way, somehow, right now, doing what you love, and you were
Right now.
not so fortunate and you worked your whole life for this, you're gonna sign. You know, and exactly. And then you blew up
And you
out of nowhere,
supporting
you feel
others, you
me?
feel
Like
me?
you
Exactly.
might have knew you were capable of it, but not everybody did. So you kind of gotta roll with the
Right.
punches, especially being an athlete, you know, those times aren't always given. So I
Or
my point,
guaranteed.
anyways, it was just
But go back to your point.
great.
You were saying
It's great to
that they
hear
doubted MJ.
how
And
people didn't expect them to be the players that they were, and for us to really like they're superstars in our generation. For their generation starting out, it's like, oh, they grew into that.
mm-hmm.
For us, it's
Mm-hmm.
like, how could you ever doubt it? Because that's all we knew. We only have known, right?
Right.
Like,
Scotty was a team manager.
no,
You know what I mean?
Yeah, low key.
all we know is history, and
Like he
then
started
seeing
off before he was hooping like
last, you
that.
know, little
Yeah.
hooray if you were even in that age time. Like, it's just crazy.
Mm-hmm. Also, just having like the family,
Yeah.
everybody on Twitter,
His
live tweeting
son,
and all. That's why when it leaked, it's
his
like,
son was
all
funny
right,
as
so it
hell.
leaked. We could technically
For
watch him, but
sure.
it's not going to be the same. So I was like,
Yeah.
fuck it.
Yo,
Exactly.
The
I was so
memes, you know what I mean? Everybody just
dead
going
when he called
off.
them.
Like
What he called
we
them?
all
The
sit down as a
cocaine. What?
family
The
every
traveling
Sunday from 9 to
cocaine.
11. You know what I mean?
Cocaine caravan.
The cocaine
Yeah, his
caravan,
eyes
some
look
shit like.
yellow as a motherfucker. Talking about I was the only one not doing that. Boy. Hey.
Mike said, hey, how you know?
That,
Hey,
I ain't do that shit.
you shut up.
But yeah, moving
I'm
forward,
ready for
I'm
Sunday.
definitely looking
That's all
forward
I'm
to
looking
seeing the
forward
next
to right
episodes,
now.
how everything plays out. And to hell yeah, you know that man MJ. There's a lot of
A
stuff
lot
I
of people
didn't
didn't
know
know
that was going on,
the
and
disrespect.
it's good to be able to. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I should say that. I mean, all of that too. I didn't even know homeboy fractured his shit, and he was like, "You get like a 10%,
And he
you
still
might fuck
played
it
on.
up, and
He
that's
still
it."
played
And
like
this nigga
Yeah,
I.
took the win.
yo, Mike said, "Fuck these guys.
He's
Put
like,
me in
he's
the
like, you
game,
want
bro."
me to worry about 10%?
But think about it.
He's
How
like,
many
nigga, I got
times do you make decisions
90%.
based on
Like,
that,
what
though?
the fuck?
You know, like it's always about taking a chance. And I
Correct.
Well, I
and
mean,
say,
Just the off
okay, well, if I
chance.
give you 10 pills and I say one of them might kill you, are you still gonna like test it out? One kills you, one cures you. Honestly, if you're in that point where it's like get this shit where it needs to be or not do anything,
nigga,
when you're so motivated and dedicated to what you want to accomplish, you're gonna take that chance. And look, he took that chance and it was the positive. He was in the 90 percentile. So
but I mean, it's just basically how you look at
I was
everything.
gonna
If
say
you
I
look
think
at a
he's
glass
very
half
half
empty,
full and
then
I'm
you look at
half
it half
full. So
empty.
I was like,
If
oh,
you
that
look at
makes
half
sense.
full, you
That's
look
all I
half
kept
full.
thinking. I was like, that makes sense. I would have did
I'm
that
half
shit
full
too.
too. I'm trying to
10%,
be
that's nothing. Like
exactly shit.
it's a chance, but
Well, then
That's where he's to
again,
go.
yeah, exactly.
yeah,
But
but
then if
it
it would have
didn't.
went wrong, he
So
would have been. You know what I mean? Like
Scottie
yeah,
Pippen would have
so
been the
fuck.
star.
Like damn if you do, damn if you don't. But you know what? Like I'm glad that this shit is coming out now, so we could get the behind the scenes on everything. Like it's really like candid interviews. Like it feels like some shit that we're not even supposed to know, you know, like the way they're going about it. So
Every Sunday,
I'm
which
glad,
I
bro.
thought
Like
it
you said, we're
was
gonna be tuned
10
in
days straight.
every
I'm
Sunday
so
for the next
stupid. I
4
really thought it was 10
Sundays.
days straight. I was like, oh my God, they're giving me something to
Yeah,
do.
that's not one way you keep
I
audience.
swear to God, I did.
Nisa woke up
I
on
was
a
like, no,
Monday
I
like,
woke up
yo,
on
what's up?
Saturday and I was like, I bet tomorrow's the day. Tomorrow's the day. And then the day came and it was only 2. And I was like, okay. And then they said I had to wait. So I started looking up dates
Yeah,
and
you
I was
gotta
like, hold
wait.
up. It don't
You
say
gotta
nothing
wait.
until next Sunday. So what's going on? And then I realized it's 5 weeks of 2 episodes.
Yeah,
So whatever, you feel me?
they're
Like I'll
getting
let
into the
it be
bad
what it
boys this
is,
coming
and
week,
I'm
man.
gonna
I'm
leave it
looking
at
forward
that.
to
And
that. That rivalry is crazy. So
I think we should prep up for our next episode on what we think about 3 and 4. We should.
Hell
yeah, we're gonna Zoom. We're gonna Zoom meeting, and then we're gonna talk to each other live. You know what I mean? Be like, yo, Jay,
Well, I can hear it before you.
your TV's faster than mine, bro. We can't do it. We can't do this. What is going on? But yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. This Sunday as a family, we're gonna get together and watch it again.
Staying home, staying
Yes,
safe.
sir.
I think that's a perfect place to end this podcast. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Everybody stay safe.
Hope you guys
Episode
loved
108
it.
coming to a close right now.
Subscribe, like, favorite, all
Listen to
that.
that
Share
division
that.
if you haven't.
Word.
And you know, just
You
so
ain't plug
y'all
your shit,
know,
girl.
I started an individual podcast. It is a lot different from this podcast. It's a lot more conversational. It's a favorite thing that I like to do is talk shit and get into it. The name of my podcast is Sorry If I Offend You. It will be airing every Monday. So keep it locked for the next episode this Monday. Period.
Hello.
Boom. Free
So you
plug,
got
man.
Exactly.
two good ass though type
Twice the
pods
love
coming at you
and
every
1
week.
week.
Out the family tree. You already know.
Content creators, man. All 2020 and moving forward.
That's what it is. Watch out for Jay's new podcast coming out soon. The boy with the braids dropping every Tuesday. You know what
The
I
boy
mean?
with the paintbrush.
Yeah, this motherfucker.
Paintbrush boy.
Boy,
Oh
hey, boy
yeah,
with a
let's go,
paintbrush.
Jay.
Hey. Damn. Hey,
We're gonna
hey,
brainstorm
none of y'all
for
niggas
Jay.
take
man,
that
we gonna
shit.
brainstorm some things. Yeah. We out of here.
We out of here. We out of here.